So yeah, so like our comic books aren't that much of a don't have that much. Well, they do have a lot of history, but it's not like a far back history, if you see what I mean, from the 30s really onward. Video games are the same, but I mean it's really from the 70s. So I mean, what we've got about 40 years of history on our video games, and the the way they've come on in that 40 years is unreal. From Pong to this even is unbelievable, and then to like your new games now, your Call of Duties and all that. I'm just not really that into them. It's not trying to be like hipster about it and everything. I'm just not very good at first person shooters. I learned that when GoldenEye came out. But like I enjoy this Mega Drive I've had since I was young. I got it for my Christmas one year. Must have been Christmas '92 when the Sonic 2 came out, and this game I've had since then too. I've recently picked up all the Sonic games that I had. Sonic 3 was the one I was missing, so I went ahead and bought it. So yeah, I've got all the Sonic games for the Mega Drive except for, or the Genesis you guys I think call it, except for Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. How Did I Die? So yeah, anyway, this was kind of what I wanted to talk about, and kind of like the new history of video games, if you see what I mean. I've been playing this for years, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. But yeah, I mean, just look at this, man. This is amazing. I mean, you can get this on your phone now for 49p or whatever. It's wild, but I find a lot of these ports that you get to the new games, they don't really pay much attention to what they're doing. They just port them, directly. They don't add, not that you need to add anything, but they don't kind of check the programming of it. Oh, we're getting Robotnik here, guys. I've got Sonic 2 for my iPhone, like an app, and the controls just aren't that great. Touch screen just is not the same as the controller. You just don't have as much control, I guess would be the word. But pumped you there, man. Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog 2, guys. But what I really want to talk about, like my main kind of thing, I collect a lot of Mega Drive games. PlayStation 1 I'm kind of getting in about just now. But the main games that I'm collecting are for the greatest handheld console of all time. The King. The Nintendo Game Boy. So that's what I want to look at, and we'll have a look at that now. Oh, well, I got to continue. Right, here we go. We're going to have a look at the Game Boys. I've got quite a bit of stuff, so I've set up a table, and in front of me, by table I mean ironing board, in front of me to hold all of this gear. So while we're kind of at it, I just want to say I've got a PSP and a Game Gear as well. I just love these. I love handheld. I just love the idea that you can stick this in your pocket. Well, maybe not so much this, but you can stick them in your pocket and just take some games away with you. It's awesome. So yeah, I've got those things, and I've also got this little PSP. This is also one of the best things about these is once you get a lot of anything, you need storage. So they always come up with sweet storage. So anyway, right, onto the Game Boys. So I've got a couple. I've got a Game Boy Color. I actually got this more recently. What I was using for my best part of my handheld gaming days was this thing. And I've got a yellow one. I think it was actually the yellow one I used more. I had first, sorry. So this still works, right? And I wanted to bring this up just in case any of you guys are into buying this kind of stuff. On the back, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this. I'm not, you're just going to have to trust me. So on the back, apart from like a manky bit where the sticker used to be, it says on here, 1989 copyright, Nintendo, patent pending. But then it says beside that, made in China on this yellow one, and I've got another grey one that also says made in China. But on this one, it says patent pending, made in Japan, and there's no date on it, but it says made in Japan. And this thing still works. So I don't know if this was like Oh no, there is a date. It says 1989 as well. But I don't know if this was first. You know, obviously like the grey one was, but I've got a grey one that says made in China. But if you're looking to buy one of these, have a look, and it's 2-to-1 basically at the row compound to Chinese to Japanese. Japanese one still works. My 2 Chinese ones do not. So just have a look on the back, or ask, and just, you know, if you're buying one, ask. Chances are it's going to work. So that's that out the way. If you are interested in actually playing Game Boy games, I wouldn't even buy that. I would buy this. This is the Nintendo Advance SP, it's called. The Game Boy Advance SP. It was actually the last handheld from Nintendo to have the Game Boy banner. They went into the DS after this one. But again, these ones have got codes that I'm not going to be able to show you. You might stand more of a chance seeing that. Anyway, again, the model number here, it says model number AGS001. And these were just the standard ones. And see if it's working. They've got a backlight on. No, they don't, sorry, they've got a front light. So there's just a normal Game Boy screen here, but there's lights around it that light up the screen, if you see what I mean. But you get another model that's called the AGS101, and those models have the lights behind the screen. And honestly, they look incredible. Like, this is really good, and it's good enough, but those ones are even better. So if you find an AGS101 instead of the 001, which is what this is, you will be better off, I guess. So again, back to the Game Boy stuff. Once you start getting a fair whack of games, you're going to need somewhere to store all those games. So when I got mine back in the day, I'll just lam up here. We'll get some music on the go. When I got a Game Boy back in the day, I got for my Christmas with this little baggie. I'll just put that there. You're going to get some Pokemon music. We'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, sorry, this. It came with... Oh, it's full of games, obviously. It came with this section to store your Game Boy in. Lovely. And the other section to store games, and I think it holds 4. I mean, that's pretty good for a day out, right? 4 games. But your next step up is this thing, and honestly, I couldn't believe it when I found it. Look at this. It's like a briefcase, and it holds, I think, what am I saying there, 5? Holds 20 games. It holds your Game Boy, which I I made just a little slither of wood to stick in the side. So now it holds my SP in there pretty nicely. It's supposed to hold like a proper Game Boy. Batteries, cables, all sorts of gump. But I've just got games stuffed in it. I think I've got 20 in there. So this is awesome. This thing's awesome. I mean, check that. My wife stopped me at the door quite a few times going out to the shops with this thing. Gonna put my milk and eggs in there. But anyway, right, so yeah, again, I guess to some games. So the SP plays the original Pokemon games on the colour screen, but they stick out the bottom, which isn't so great. But like the Game Boy Advance games are this size, and they fit in bonny. They fit in tight onto the bottom of that, so, I mean... But anyway, I mean, it's a lot better than trying to, you know, break your eyes trying to look at it on this thing. We'll just have a look at some games here, see what we've got. Super Mario, obviously. This, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, this is the first Harry Potter game. This is a little RPG. I thought it was just going to be a crappy, you know, like little crappy Harry Potter game, but this is excellent. This is a little, like, Harry Potter Pokemon, essentially. Great little game. You level up your character by spells and all that kind of stuff. If you're into that kind of thing, I'd recommend that highly. I can never get into those little boxes. We've got Star Wars here. Lego Star Wars, that is. The Lego games are generally class on whatever platform you get them. They're always highly recommended. Yeah, let's just have a look at some games here. This is Rodland. Golf, classic game. Tetris, 2 Tetrai. Pokemon Gold. These ones have an internal clock, so they've got a watch battery for the save file. I think most Game Boy games do, but they have a watch battery for the save file. But because this has got an internal clock, it actually just ticks. Like, you don't hear it ticking or whatever, but it keeps time, if you see what I mean, if you turn it on and off. So the battery on these actually wears down, and if it wears down, you lose your save file. So I've actually had to replace the battery, annoyingly. Lost my original save file. You can get around that by going on buying a Nintendo 64 with Pokemon Stadium, and you can actually put all your Pokemon onto your Nintendo N64 memory card, and then you can kind of, you know, reset it there. Yeah, I got cut off there, but we're going to carry on. So yeah, if you're into, what I was going to say was, if you're into Pokemon, no, if you're into get your Game Boy and you've got N64, buy a copy of Pokemon Stadium and get the transfer pack, it's called, it goes in the Rumble pack of the N64 controller, and it's essentially a Game Boy, and you can go into Pokemon Stadium and go to the Pokemon Tower, I think it's called, and there's a Game Boy section on there, and you can play your Game Boy on the telly, essentially, which is just fantastic. I think if you've got the GameCube, you can do a similar thing with the Advance games. I've got Sonic Advance there. I didn't want this to drag on too long, but I just want to show all the games I've got. There's a Pokemon Yellow, a Mario, and another Mario 2. I don't know where that other one of those must be my brother's, don't tell them. There's Wario Land, Mario and Yoshi, which is kind of like a old school, like a Donkey Kong kind of game, which is great if you're into that kind of thing. I've got this here. I bought this one off eBay. Let's see if I can get this to zoom a bit better. This is called the Game & Watch library. So before they'd even released the Game Boy, they had called Game & Watches, and they were kind of little things like this that just had one game built onto them. But if you see any of those, you did get ones that opened up and they looked like what DSs look like now, if you see what I mean. So that idea was around for ages. Yeah, Game & Watch. We've got Star Wars. There's a wee Buffy game. It's got Giles on it, which is awesome. This is Batman of the Future, not Batman Beyond, Batman of the Future, Return of the Joker. What else have we got here? Pokemon Blue and another copy of Yellow. This is Donkey Kong, Zelda, I think, yeah, look at that, Final Fantasy Adventure. Awesome. And most of these games, guys, I've just picked up from like car boot sales and charity shops and stuff like that, because some of these ones can be a bit pricey. This is Pokemon Red. This is a great game. This is Pokemon, the trading card game, the Game Boy game, if you see what I mean, which is great if, like me, you don't have any mates and you want to play the card game. Now you can. And then Pokemon Silver. So that's kind of it, guys. That's kind of everything I've got. Kind of what I wanted to show off for my other hobby. It's still collecting stuff, but it's just collecting something else. Oh, we've got one more. Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if you can see that. Whatever. Yeah, so we've just got to do the... we've got another couple of bits to do, so I'll go ahead and do those. Okay, so we're going to talk about our local comic book shops that we use. I ain't really got one. It takes about an hour for me to get into the big city where the comic book shops are. There's a couple there that are quite good. Asylum Books and Games, which has over... it's in Aberdeen, Scotland, so if you wanted to look that up, they've got an online website. Asylum Books and Games they're called. He's got hundreds of thousands of books. It's outrageous how many books he's got, but a lot of them, like the boxes, are all overpacked and everything, and folk are just, grabbing stacks, moving them around. It's a bit of a nightmare to find stuff, and if you do find stuff, condition is not guaranteed. But there's another one that has slightly less books, which I kind of prefer. It's called Plan 9. That's in Aberdeen as well. and yeah, they've got a decent amount of back issues, but you're very quickly treading over the same stuff with these places. They don't get replenished very often, so I mean, generally I use eBay. There's a company on eBay called A Place in Space. I get all my standing orders through them, which is quite good because like you can buy them as they get put up, if you see what I mean. Like he posts his new books every Monday, and I just buy them on Mondays, and they get sent to me by the end of the week. So that's the best way I can do it. I'm obviously not supporting brick and mortar shops, but it's very difficult for me to do that, especially when I've got to drive an hour to get there, to then pay for parking, to then, you know, I'm going to want something to eat while I'm there for so long. You know, not that I could take food, but like McDonald's and stuff, man. So yeah, all of that kinds of things. And if you're in a shop, you never just get your standing order, do you? You need to buy back issues too. So that's all of that. My first ever comic book, I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's this. And I just showed it in my last video. Or I think it was my last One Man's Trash video. But it's Sonic Spin Attack. It's reprints of a British Sonic comic. Look at that. This one's got the origin of Sonic. I can't remember what numbers of the magazine these were, but it's a decent size as well. I like these 2000 AD size, magazine size, I guess you'd just call it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is my first one. The reason I got it, I'm pretty sure I would have given it as a birthday present or a Christmas present. I was crazy for Sonic the Hedgehog. Everything Sonic the Hedgehog. I had the videos, I had the bed sheets, I probably had the Sonic the Hedgehog Y-fronts. Everything was Sonic the Hedgehog. So the reason I bought this was because Sonic the Hedgehog is the boy, essentially. So yeah, the first comic, Sonic Spin Attack. I need to go back and pick up more of these issues. I'm actually bidding on like 40 of them right now, so we'll see. Hopefully we get those. Look, he's on the sky base, so that's awesome. Yeah, so that's kind of it. That's my video. Congratulations, Jerno's Comics, 100 subscribers. That's awesome, man. And yeah, thanks very much, guys, for watching. Good luck to everybody else who enters. Good luck to me. And yeah, guys, we'll see you for the next one. Just wanted to mention that the weird kind of edited bitty at the start is I had to beep out an F-bomb. I realised that I swore, and you said your kids were going to watch this, Jerno, so I edited out a swear word. Kids, no swearing around the house. That's not cool. However, it is okay at school. Okay, guys, see you later.